Ain't too cool, man. By the way, I've got my stock headlights back in. I did buy the two new 10,000K, but you know what? The stock ones see better. They're brighter. So I'm going to leave them in until they go. These are my original lights. They've never burnt out yet. So the stock ones in this case are better. The 10,000 Kelvin look nicer because they're bluer, but you get less visible light too. I think the stock ones are 4,500 Kelvin. But look how much they're brighter and they see farther. See all the way down there? Remember when they were blue, they were just barely in front of the car. And to update you on some things, I am still saving for the timing belt, which is going to be big. You can see I'm approaching what they call, well, it's not 100,000 yet, but I think anywhere between 89,000 and 99,000 you should probably get your timing belt. The GTI MkV actually has a belt, not a chain. So we'll have to get it replaced. And in the process, you got to get a water pump, which costs about $900. So you got to get the water pump, the accessory pulley, the belt, and some other things. I think that's about it. Also, I had my Swaybar crack. I don't think it was a fault of ECS tuning, but the truth be known that a Volkswagen one would never have cracked. But what happened was I was trying to be so careful as not to scrape the body kit, nor the car on this real steep incline. I got up it fine. When I came down and I twisted the car so sideways, just the amount of stress that was on that Swaybar just cracked the housing that the Swaybar was bolted through. If you look at the Volkswagen one, it just is all one piece. It's not like put through a special thing. So it actually is superior to the aftermarket one. So I actually found out, anyway, before I did this, that you don't want to stiffen up the front in a GTI MkV because you want to stiffen up the back because we have understeer. So I actually turn better now with a stiff back and a normal front. So I've got a stock front, stiff back. If you weren't talking about cars, it would mean something else, but yeah, and it actually is better. I will just show you the headlights, how they look stock. They're a little bit brighter. They're still good. They're still by xenon. Look how far out it goes. Far out, man. That's why the lifeguard didn't save the hippie that was drowning in the ocean. He was too far out, man. Do 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 dun 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 dun. And I ain't even done with the night. It says to be up in the morning. I have a little game I play when I'm driving. I used to do it when I was little. You try to be the first car all the way to work. I've done it like over 29 times, but it's very rare to do. So in other words, a car cannot pass you. The front of their car and the back of their car cannot pass the front of your car. Once they overtake you, you lose the game. Now, at any one point, you can repass them. And the key is not to be too aggressive, because when you're more aggressive, people think you're trying to pass them. They don't want to let you pass them. If you just casually slide on by, they don't even know what's going on, because they don't even know you're playing a game. So I've actually gone to work over 29 times. I've lost track. I'm actually starting over. I think I've done it 3 times. And today I did it again. I almost lost because a guy was coming up beside me. Zoom, he went by. I was like, oh man, it's like 4:30 in the morning. Why are you driving like that? There's nobody on the road. I'm smart enough to know that if you're the only car on the road, go under the speed limit, always. Now normally you can go a little bit over when it's normal times. 3 in the morning, treat it like a school zone. If it's 35, go 35, because you are the only car on the road and you will get the ticket. So he had me for a while there, but then he was going to turn, and he turned into a parking lot. So I actually passed the front of his car by the back of my car. So I made it. Anyone? Alright, so that's what it looks like. And of course, if you've not seen my cool new paint job or forgot about it, I'm banded now. Could be a new license plate in the future. Banded GTI, all the way up to the roof. Oh, you can't see it in the dark, but I can bring my flashlight out. So it's always good to have a flashlight. All the way back. All the way back. This is actually a policeman's flashlight, because you can put it in someone's eye like this. See? And if it's an attacker, you do that. And if it doesn't scare them, it might give them an aneurysm. So that's called a non-lethal way of handling it. You always got to start with a non-lethal. Because deadly force cannot be used unless your life is on the line. Alright, I gotta get to work. I gotta drive to Port Everglades. I did clean up my car last night, cleaned my mats. I cleaned my, I don't know if you can see them. I need to polish up my dead pedal. This is called your dead pedal. Alloy, and then you got your brake pedal. And you got your gas pedal. You can see I'm a little bit cluttered with some stuff. This is my cleaning kit. That's my visor. That is the reason I had the mysterious VW, by the way. The mysterious VW melted through in air somehow onto the glass. I don't know how that happened. I think it's because of my ceramic tint. I've got ceramic tint in the front. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that. I think I did, briefly. So I gotta get to work. Have a great day. The GTI MkV rides again. I've got stock sway bars in the front, ECS tuning sway bars in the back, stiffens up the rear. The front is good. I can dive into corners like none other, and saving money for the old timing belt. They got the new paint job, and I got my stock headlights back in for now. I do have a replacement of 10,000 Kelvin if one of these burn out, but these stock ones have lasted since I've owned the car, so they're from 2007. So these are some lessons you should learn, that VW parts are superior to aftermarket parts, especially when you're talking about the front sway bar. Never mess with the front sway bar in your car, in the GTI at least. You can definitely rely on that sway bar from never, ever, ever. It's been tried and tested and true since World War II. So, well, maybe not that long, because the GTI came out in 1976 in Volkswagen Wolfsburg. It didn't come to the States until 1983. And by the way, congratulations to the GTI, which they're calling the Golf now, which I don't like that. I like it as the GTI, or in German, the GTE. But the Golf, which includes the turbo diesel version, it includes the GTI version, and it includes, I don't know what the other one, was it Golf TDI, the Golf R, I guess, would be all the Golfs that they offer. The Golf R, the Golf GTI, and the Golf TDI. The regular, and also the Golf regular, which is just Golf with, I think it has a turbo now. But anyway, World Car of the Year. It beat out the Audi A3, it beat out the Mustang, it beat out everyone. So the Volkswagen Golf is the World Car of the Year, and I have the best one. We know it. We know it. We know it. VW, baby. VW.